I want to specifically make the case for the development of serious tourism in the Dublin and Wicklow Mountain region of the country. It's quite fantastic to know that Dublin is so located, so ideally located, not only with the bay, with its rivers, but right on the doorstep of the capital city, within 15-minute drive. On a Sunday morning, if you're up early enough, you get to the heart of the Wicklow Mountains within an hour's drive from Dublin. Or if you don't want to go so far into the depths of the mountain, you can get there in 30 minutes. I know these mountains intimately. The potential for tourism has not as yet been exploited. While we see an increase in domestic walking, usually clubs, groups, there has been no comparable increase in overseas tourism. These mountains are the most spectacularly beautiful range of mountains that any capital city is blessed to have on its doorstep. Can I say, although we've made Wicklow a national park, if we are really serious about attracting tourists into these mountains, we've got to start by, first of all, managing those mountains. It is quite outrageous, it is quite intimidating, it is quite frightening to see the destruction being caused on those mountains by excessive walking in certain areas, by the use of motorbikes and quads, which are actually destroying some of our pre-Christian cairns. If the Minister ever should take time out to have a look at the damage that's been caused in and around Kilbride, he'll know what I'm talking about. Well, I'd like to applaud those who are charged with the creation of, say, the boardwalk around Glendalough, which is a wonderful walk. However, if you travel away from that boardwalk and into the Wicklow Mountains proper and head up towards, say, Lough Firab or somewhere, on a misty day, there's no markings. The mountain ranges in Ireland have practically not any markings whatsoever at peaks or any indications of how far or how long it might take you to get from one peak to another. I've walked in the High Tetras, I've walked most of the mountains in Ireland, and I've walked in France. And you cannot practically get lost on these walks in France or in the High Tetras, where they have them so well marked with painted markings on rocks or on trees and that. We are at the infancy in managing our mountains. Can I really appeal to the Minister to accept that the potential is phenomenal, the potential is fantastic. While there's an increase, as I say, in the footfall of local Indigenous walkers, there's no comparable increase in tourism numbers. If we are to attract the tourists, we must attract them into mountain ranges that is safe for them, that they can feel safe, that there are the ways are marked, and certainly, because the weather conditions, as you know, Minister, can change in minutes. The Wicklow Mountains is beautiful on a lovely sunny day, but the sun can disappear, the mist can come down, you could be in blizzard conditions, which I've been in myself, and unless you're fairly acquainted with maps and compasses, you can, and you'll see the statistics about deaths and people getting lost and mountain rescue teams being brought out. Now, we just rescued someone in Donegal, I believe, the other day. In any case, the point I'm making is we do have a phenomenal mountain range on the doorstep of the capital city, 30 minutes from the city, to isolation, wilderness and pure beauty. But we are not, I don't think, marketing it properly. And that area, just to conclude by congratulating those who do the boardwalks. There are some little boardwalks, maybe going up Dowse, you could go up Dowse from around Loughdon, a small boardwalk there. But where there's, in the absence of the boardwalks, the erosion is phenomenal, and particularly where quads and motorbikes regularly go onto the mountains, the destruction is really frightening. So I would appeal to the Minister that if he wants tourists, we must manage the mountains, because they are such a delicate environmental range. You've got to manage them, and we are not, sadly, managing them. Thank you very much.